Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the frame arms number 35, and we have the Ray Falx, made by Kotobukiya. It is a model kit, got mine from Amiami. I believe it's still readily available, and as much as I want to go over the box, it is too huge. It is as big as a master grade. There's lots of parts to it, and it's an awesome build. Just all this inner frame here and there, quite great. It is retailed about 6,800 yen, and I think at that price point and for what you're getting, I think it's well worth it, especially for the frame arms. Typically frame arms are about probably around 4,000 yen to 6,000 yen. It depends on which one you're getting, which roughly translate to 40 or 60. This one is about, I would say it's close to 70 to 80 dollars if you have to factor in shipping, or even more. Yeah, it's a huge box, but yeah, definitely quite nice. And I was talked to my friend when we first saw a promo picture of this, if you have to buy the add-on set, because they've announced there is an add-on set that you can buy separately, and if those were the wings. It turns out on this particular set you get everything, and hence the big box. But you see everything here. But there is a separate add-on set, and let's take a look on that box. Alright, so here we go. This is the, well, they call it Extend Arsenal Arms, or basically the add-on if you just want to get the extra stuff. And we've seen this with other frame arms release, and it's a cool thing. And I thought you're getting the full wings. I would have really enjoyed it as much. I'm gonna talk about the, I got a little bit of difficulty with the wings. I'll talk that in a bit. But here we go. Now the thing is, this retails about, I see here, 2,800 yen, roughly about 30 bucks. Almost, or not quite half the price of the full kit. And you're just getting that. Not even the wings. Yeah, as much as I want to recommend this one, if you're already getting the full set, might as well get another set, because the unit alone, Ray Falx, just without the wings, is really cool on its own. And I think it would have been great if they've just released just the main kit, and they made the wing add-on with the weapon set here a separate add-on. And I think that would have been great. Even if they sold the main unit for about 40-50 bucks, the add-on is this $30, I think that would be great. But then again, you're getting a bundle, having all of it, like I showed before, for about $70. So it's not too bad, but still, it would have been great if it was separate. And again, I'm gonna talk about the issue with the wings a bit later on. So anyways, that's it for the box. Let's take a look at the kit. Alright, so let's continue with the spinner. Well, apparently, and if you have the add-on set, you'll get a second one right here. You do have this kind of like a shuriken style, and basically the blades here, you can take them out and swap out this particular, or this golden colored base here with the handle, which he can use, or just attach it to this kind of like delta form here. It's a nice shuriken. And again, if you have the add-on, you get a spare one. And this does come with an awesome base, which is always great for frame arms, because you want that aerial pose. And it does come with a little extension here, which works for weapons, such as the shuriken. And there we go. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the Ray Falx, and hopefully it'll be alright. I'm just kind of afraid with that huge giant wingspan and such. Alright, so here's Ray Falx, and this is without blades and everything, kind of like the bare kit. Although, again, you're gonna get all that extra add-ons. Alright, so here we go. He looks amazing. And despite that gold being that dull-colored plastic, it's not too bad. And you have that clear purple that is working really well for him. It is amazing. You got all that clear plastic for the inner frame. Just amazing. And I just want to quickly talk on the back side here for the wings. As much as I like it to be easily detachable, it's actually kind of hard to do that. The way this thing is attached, and you kind of see that golden bracket there that holds the backpack or the wings. This top part, there's a peg going down there, and there's this bottom section here that kind of clamps it all together. So it is secure right there, but detaching the whole thing could be a little bit problematic. And also another thing that they've kind of improved is this side here. Kind of see that hinge right there? There's actually a metal rod inside, and they actually can give you this tool right here to attach it. Yeah, this particular rod, you kind of push it in, then you put the other piece together, then you kind of wedge it, or sort of. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here, trying to find the right words. And another thing that I've noticed while building this is this particular section here on the front. You have this kind of like the feather or section of the wing, and you get only 4 of them. They're in front here, but not on the back. Not that you're going to be looking on the back as much, but would be nice if we get both sides. Yeah, and I guess you can put it on the back if you prefer it that way. Yep. So that's that, and I'm just trying to hold this a little bit. It's a bit delicate since there's a lot of parts that could fall apart, and definitely might need some super glue. But out of the box, you know, everything seems to be fine. And again, it's typical for kits like this where there's a lot of parts, and you can always pop them back. Assembly wise, it's great. I didn't really have much issues aside from the wings that I will talk in a bit. But yeah, and as you can see there, it does fall section there, and I think it's because of how this waist joint is. Every time I move it to the side, it pops off this particular piece, and not a big thing. I can always pop it back, but again, you can see that, yeah, there is a tendency for that to pop off. But we'll just put it back in. I'll probably glue that in place, but something tells me it's probably best not to do so. Maybe I'll create some kind of spacer onto the waist. That way it doesn't go all the way back, and you have that clearance there. Alright, but well, we have the leg out, and there it goes. Yeah, nice details, and there's a lot of parts to this. And you can see the double jointed knee. It does separate on an odd angle right there, but you know, depending on how you bend it. There we go. So not too bad. And you get your ankle articulation here, and you even have that side thing for the ankles. Really great. But yeah, just a lot of parts. And you know, this side here is different from this side. And all of this are your typical 3mm peg connections, and you can just pop those out. It's like an option thing, and if I can pop them out, I have to remove that whole section here. There we go. And yeah, actually be careful in that, since this section here is on top of that. Good thing I didn't break that. But you can just pop off these sections here, even on this top part. And those are great for adding more weapons. You can never have enough. So there we go. More section there, and you have a swivel here on top. Yeah, just fairly good articulation. And let me just put this back here. Although I find that frame arms articulation is a bit odd, or posing wise could be a little troublesome, because if you start doing this or just certain angles, it's kind of odd. And you know, with the knee up pose, it's great, but you gotta be careful because how the legs are, they're a bit flat looking from front compared to the side view. So just get mindful of the angle of where you left off the legs. Yeah, you don't want it to be like this. It's too flat. So maybe a certain angle like this. Alright. I know it's kind of doing this review, I'm going on the legs first. But let's move up. Yeah, you got this flap here for the front skirt, and there's not much on the back. Moving up, you have your shoulder here. You got this typical shoulder swivel that goes in front. There we go. You got your bicep swivel right here. Your double jointed elbow gives you a good range. You got your wrist articulation, and this is typical of the frame arms inner frame. Yeah. And for the hands, you have the open hands. You have the clasping hands here for the weapons. You got a pair of them and a pair of closed fists. And they give you a separate hand or hand plate, I guess, or the back plate for the hands for all of them. I think I recall back then that sometimes you have to swap it, and that's always been annoying. But here you have all. And you also have just the bare gray, similar to this, which is kind of left off on the runner. We are not going to be using that. Now this section here is a bit troublesome, since there is a lot of points here that you're ending up pushing when you move this around. So just be mindful of that. But overall, I mean, you're getting quite a bit of a good range. You're able to touch the other shoulder like this. So that is great. And there's a lot of details. Then you got your neck here, fairly good. Yeah, and there's a lot of parts on the head also. But it's just an amazing kit. Here on the wings again, you have articulation there, and a bit more here. There we go. And there is that hidden connection points here for the blades. And yeah, you can kind of close in for that. And I'll do that again once I put the blades on. So I think that's pretty much it. Just going over the basic articulation of the Ray Falx. It's a typical frame arms, and it's really nice. Definitely you can do a lot of cool poses with this guy, and just a lot of fun. Alright, so let's start adding on the wings. Alright, so just bear with me with this one. Alright, so for this is kind of like the tips of the wings on the side. You can easily just, it's actually not the right one. Here we go. You can easily just attach to a handle. And there you go. And this goes on to the underside, which I kind of showed. Now, be careful when you assemble the wing. I made a mistake of flipping it over. It's doable. You can actually flip this around because of the hinges. It's almost identical. So make sure that the giant section here, or a bigger gold corner here, is towards the body and the little ones towards the end. Yeah, you don't want to make the same mistake as I did. Alright, so let me hold this here, and we're just going to go ahead and attach this. Typically the longer side is towards here, and now we're going to slide that in. I wish there was a better way for this attachment. I'm kind of afraid to put this on sometimes because it's just plastic on plastic, but it does work. Whoops. And I'm trying to bend this. Here we go. So that side. Now I just want to show what I did on the other side, because that's the one I had problems with. Here. So I was trying to get it aligned with the other side, and while this thing, it was inverted, like I was mentioning before, and I ended up breaking that section there, this protrusion. Now, as much as I want to just super glue it in place, it's not gonna work. Yeah. So what I did is I've just used a paper clip, kind of make that rectangular shape there that will hold this, and I kind of just drilled it in and having a little bit of extra kind of loop around the pegs there, here and there, and it worked. And as you can see here, I'm just gonna slide this in, and there's just so many sharp points here for the wings. Alright, there we go. It holds, and I'm happy with it. I wish there was an extra set, but apparently this wing section here is on the runner end. The duplicate you're gonna get on the add-on set is under M, and I actually have it here. Yeah, this is all the extra things. You can see the section for the backpack, which is good just in case you break the main one, but I don't think it's gonna break. But it would be nice if we get an extra N. Yeah, after this L. But I think there is also an M for the other things. Yeah, so N is for this wing here. Would have been great to get another set of that. So anyways, as you can see, the blades are sticking out and the base is towards the body. So just be mindful of that. Next part is this thing. And this is a combination of the blades and this gun part. And definitely you can have him as actually like this. You see the trigger finger there. Hold it like this. There's other attachment, and the connection point is really small. So be careful once you have it on, taking them out. Make sure you have the right angle, even like that. But it's connected here. Then this thing here is connected here. This is a separate piece, which is connected like this. And it's in there. The peg is the rectangular. It's just holding. As much as I want to show this, it won't let me. I'll probably just leave it there. Yeah, don't want to risk breaking it. But this attaches here and here. If I can get that thing on here. There we go. And just attaching it on the bottom. Where is that peg? There we go. Right. And this is connected with this peg connection here. This white piece here is sandwiched together. And here's another section that it's a bit questionable. You have this plastic peg sticking out. It's long enough, but it feels like you're gonna put a lot of stress there, especially when you're taking it out or putting it in. Yeah, so just put it in. Now there is a bit of a lip there for this hinge section, so you make sure you can align that and just press that in, and there you go. Not too bad, but taking that out, you kind of have to wiggle it back and forth. Yeah, I'm not too fond of it myself. Alright, so let's see here. Likewise, gotta just press that in. There we go. Now for the stand connection, you have an option to put it here. Sorry about that, I was about to clear my throat. Clear that out of the way. So there is a connection point for the stand here, and you can actually store the Buster Sword, or the base of the Buster Sword. If you take that purple section out, there is another attachment here. And actually, you know what? I should have taken this whole section here. Whoops. My mistake. And that is the opposite. Flip that over. So you take that whole section out. You got this gray piece here that you can put on. Actually, no. What am I doing? Yeah, take that out. Put this on there. Did it the right way first time. Nope. This way? It's bound to get in there somehow. I've done this before and it won't let me. Oh, great. Why won't it go in? That is the right way. There we go. Sorry about that. Then you have this another gray piece here, connection for the handle. Then you can put this on here. Yeah, it's an option, it's an instruction, but I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, it's a bit off, and that thing kind of popped off again. And for those wondering, this is not from a spinner. I actually pinched my finger while closing an umbrella. Yeah, it's one of those accidents, but it's healing now. Anyways, yeah, it really hinders the neck articulation here, but I guess you can kind of move that. So I'm gonna take this out. I'm not really fond of this connection, but I just want to show that it's there, and it's a bit crazy trying to put that there while holding the whole thing up. And there we go. So actually, it's not too bad removing this whole purple section on the back side. Alright, that's that. Let's grab the base here. Alright, so this is a rectangular connection, and just make sure everything is nice and tight in terms of all these parts. And we're just going to mount it here. There we go. Now these can be tightened through the screws, so that's a good thing. And alright, so we're just gonna have to post him, spread the wings, straighten out his legs, and there we go. There we go. So got that straightened out, and definitely he does have quite a bit of wingspan. It is huge. This reminds me quite well of the Destiny or even the Strike Freedom. But yeah, it is an amazing kit. Now again, with that, you can kind of close this wings together. Kind of does look like Wing Zero custom. And you know, you got a variety of ways to post those wings, and it is just amazing. You know, even putting onto the back here, both sides, you know, just amazing right there. Kind of do some dashing forward action shots, really nice. All right, so weapon wise, we got one here. Let's put it on one of the hands here, and let's see if I can oh, that's right, frame arms, you pull out the whole the several fingers out in front. That's how it's connected. Probably best to pop this out here. Right, so put that on there, close that in, and actually this connection point is a lot better as opposed to sandwiching it this way. Yeah, so that's that, and there we go. So with this particular handle, there's actually a hinge here, and I'll just swap this out, put that on, and there we go. Quite nice. Now I have an extra one, but that's the same blade as this bottom side here. Yep. And likewise, you can use the same one and attach it to this double sided thing here, and which we can attach. There's a peg connection here onto the side here if you want to do like kind of like a blade shield. You just have to pop off that section or remove the shoulder connection here. Yeah, it is just great. And I kind of wish they had that before, where all the peg holes, you have covers for them. And I think that would have been great. Now another thing that we can do is, let's take this out. Let's see here, this. So this, you know, from the shuriken, we can pop the knee here. And place that in. As much as I kind of like the idea, it does look a bit weird, and it's kind of hard to get an angle to get the light to shine on it on this, but there we go. It's not too bad, but yeah, I just prefer just leave it the way it is with this. Alright, otherwise, with the add-on set, you're definitely able to make the giant Buster Sword here, an extra one. And if you want, you can dual wield it. So to make this guy here, it's the section on the back side here, which goes inside this. You see the giant peg connection there. And you can kind of have a little bit of room there, but you put that on, then you use the giant purple one, like so. So this is just one of the configurations you can do, and definitely that is amazing. Now putting this on the handle is gonna be very tricky. Let's see here, pop that out. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna break that. Probably use dual hands here. I'm not even sure if you can hold that, but just for the sake of the review and for lulz, let's see if that's gonna work. And you can kind of see it's double-handed here, but let's see if the weight of the wings will balance out. Nope, 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 nope. It's too heavy, but you can have that particular pose, which is quite nice. Alright, the other option is combining these two blades here and putting it on this huge handle here, which is really awesome. Now if you have the add-on set, you're gonna have the other handle and you can dual wield it having two, and this is quite awesome. Now let me just reconfigure it in, and gonna save you guys this time. Let me just do a jump cut. Alright, so here we go. And definitely having the extra add-on, yeah, you can dual wield with those two lances, and it is amazing. I like this particular configuration. Yep. And I think you can even add it a different connection point. Again, you have all these different add-ons or connection parts. Even on this guy here, you have this particular handle, and that just kind of becomes like a blaster. Yeah, especially if you have this section here. Now, another crazy thing you can do is you put that Buster Sword on his back, which I kind of shown earlier on, but just for the sake of this review, there we go. And yeah, that is very menacing having that there. But yeah, actually thinking about it, would have been great if we have the wings, if they put it on the add-on set, and having 4 wings. I think we can kind of configure it or somehow, but definitely having 4 wings, even better, right? But yeah, this is a really nice kit. Yeah, it's just an amazing kit. There's a lot you can do, a lot of configuration. The design is awesome, and definitely if I've added panel lines on it, maybe some kind of a purple marker, or yeah, I think purple marker on the white panel lines would have been great. Yeah, definitely, this is an amazing kit. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this review. I do apologize if it was a bit lengthy, but I do like to show certain parts where I put things on, and sometimes I get asked, how to do that, and this way I've demonstrated that. But definitely, it's a really nice kit. I highly recommend getting it. And the add-on, it's great if you just want to dual wield, but for me personally, I will just get 2 of the Ray Falx kit, and I get that extra wing. I think that is great. And even just getting the Ray Falx alone without the wings is a great kit on its own. You can definitely customize it with a lot of the MSG weapon sets. Anyways, that's it. If you got questions, let me know. Again, I got mine from Amiami. And that's about it for this review. And we'll see if they're gonna make more of this particular design, or better yet, they make a Frame Arms Girl version of this. That would have been crazy. Something tells me it's gonna be kind of like Basilard mixed with Rasvolger, kind of like that. Just crazy design. Anyways, that's it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.